Hi, Internet. It is day 89 of 365 and day 41 of 50 Fast. Technically. Okay, so I'm still gonna call. Okay, so funny story. Um, I recorded this, I edited it, and I already did this last night. And I'm gonna keep the same title, Skip to the Good Bit. Yesterday, because it still holds true. This whole notion of like, man, sometimes I just want to skip to the good bit. And that song and the like, I know I'm not saying the exact lyrics, but the song, the AJR song that, like with the social media trend, that's what I was thinking about yesterday when I came up with my title because the thing that's been sort of been my through line since Friday as a story, I just wanted to skip it, like I just wanted to fast forward and to the end of the thing. And then I also think this is Passion Week, I was like, man, why do we as Christians sometimes ignore Passion Week? Um, and just go from Palm Sunday to Easter. And so yesterday, the dialogue, the thoughts, and I was really tired, but the thoughts were like, oh no, we can't skip. Like in life, you just can't skip. You have to live every day. That's why in narrative and storytellings, it's all about like you kind of do time jumps. But then there's moments when you just live in the moment and then you just kind of skip fast forward to like, and here was the next day. Like drama wouldn't be fun if you saw the 8 hours of sleeping. It's just the next day. And so I did this whole thing, and even last night I was like, yeah, no, this is a good reflection of the day. This is something good for future me to know. Like, don't skip. Like, don't, like, experience the day to day. And then I woke up this morning, and there was And then I did morning prayer, and God broke me in like a beautiful way. He broke me. But today's sermon, and this kind of funny part, like today's sermon was all about God, like Jesus's gaze, God's vision for our lives. And I said this prayer of like, God, thank you that you always see me. And I think there was a part of me because I was gonna upload it, I think in the morning, and there was a part of me that was like, oh, wait a second. It's my own, I'm arguing against my own theological brain because what I said still holds true, I think. Because when you're a Christian, you know the spoiler, you know where the story ends, and that's why people want to skip to the good bit, skip to that. But I was like, no, 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 we have to dwell on the week before because that's the whole point of Passion Week. And then while I still hold that to be true, that as Christians we need to recognize and value and reflect on every day leading up to Easter, there is also a point because we aren't living in first century Jerusalem. We aren't living then. We are living now. And in the now, in some instances, we can skip to the good bit. We can skip to Easter because Jesus already died for us. Like, it happened. Like, he did it. So, so, okay, I think, because I did sort of start talking about it, but I wanted to make this amendment, and I was so ready to record and upload it again because I thought I uploaded that one and I never wanted to. Like, I didn't want to take that down and upload it, and then I realized while I had edited it and it was ready to go, I never uploaded it. So this is me addressing that, but also uploading a new version with what I want to correct. Yeah, my brain does that. I autocorrect. It takes a time. But what I want to say is that I guess if I do an analogy, it's this. I'm not a speed reader in like a competitive sense, but I can read fairly quickly. There's a part of my brain where I can shut off. I don't know, it's like if it's focus, but I can just like a fiction, well, I don't know if I can do this nonfiction, but generally my brain can scan through a book with relative ease. I'm gonna say I used to. I think there's a certain amount of attention that I lack now. But I used to be able to scan through things and get the gist of the story, at least the big picture elements of the story. And I could get through a novel really quick with that focus. Harry Potter series, man, the amount of times my mom has caught me at 3 o'clock in the morning, head into the covers. It's, yeah. But then I would essentially, Harry Potter books are like what, five, some are like 600 pages. I read that all in a day and a half, like 13 hours. I would read through the whole thing, get the story, and then I would go back and to relive the moments that stuck out in my head. You know, the reason I say that is because, so it's not skipping, but that's where we live now. Story of Easter happened. Jesus lived on this earth. Disciples experienced Passion Week. We as Christians now, we know the ending. We know where it goes. And we know the beauty and power of Easter and subsequent events. So this is our reread. We get to go back and relive those key moments. That's what I mean. And we get to skip to the good bit pretty much every day because God already says you can. Yeah, so that's my amendment to a thought I never published. I can't skip parts of my life. I'm living it. But I think by extension, this exercise of this year, recording it, someday in the future, when I relive it, because my goodness, girl can talk, I can skip through things. I can do it then. But the point is, right now, I do have to live through everything. The good, the bad, the ugly, the weird, the funny, the sad, all of it. I guess that's the fun part. We're not skipping and not living. Because I think there's chunks of my life due to my depression where I longed to skip through the pain, so I made myself numb. Um, and right now, there is a part of my brain that's threatening to do that. That like, ugh, I don't want to struggle, so I want to skip. Um, but that I think Jesus is telling me, God is telling me, no, 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 no. I called you to live this life. Honor your time. Honor the process, the journey. But as you go through the journey and you look back, then you can skip parts. You can skip the snoring. Actually, I shouldn't skip the snoring. The snoring, I think, is a sign of weight gain and torment and not restful rest. But I also, yeah. So I still hold to the title. The Day 89 was all about skipping, or like recognition of this urge or desire, or this reality, or, reality versus fantasy. Oh, honestly, if we want to delve deep into fantasy, that movie, which I'm gonna say is 2005, but it could be wrong, movie with Adam Sandler where he had like a magic remote click. And that would, if I had a remote where, laws of physics, whatever, sometimes I just want to hit pause. Even in the most painful moment, I just want to hit pause and have a moment where like I can, like a test, right? If you're under time limit, you just hit pause and you have all the time in the world to do that test. World doesn't work like that. Time is, God's time is another thing, but for me, time is linear, and I'm stuck with, ooh, I have coins in my pocket. It's making a fun sound. Um, anyway. Oh, my Cyndi Lauper stuck in my head now. Okay, not gonna sing it. But anyway, in a world where, oh, in a world where my brain is saying, become numb, care not, this is our version of skipping. I'm going to intentionally go through the process and live, knowing that because of what Jesus did for me, every day could be the good bit. Every day is the good bit. The good, the bad, the weird, all of it is good. Because I'm around because Jesus died for me. That's the conclusion. And I think sometimes you just need to sleep on it to be like, oh, my brain wasn't far off. But if you let go of whatever you know and you let God speak into the situation, his thoughts are pretty cool. For example, today we was praying and like I was just hit with a thought that I'm like, oh, this is not me. Like it scared the crap out of me almost of like, oh, that's what that means. Like one of those moments. You know, when you read something and you're like, that's what that means. And that phrase, I think, is like, it could be good or bad. Or good or bad in the sense of like a positive result or a bad result. Ooh, this is what happens when you have writer's brain. Because you're like, how do you replicate that? Or how do you execute that? For someone to have that moment of, oh, that's what that means. Anyway, day 89 of 365, day 41 of Media Fast. Skip to the good bit. The duality of that phrase is just. I will see you again later tonight. It's exciting now. Let's see what else God has to say. Normally I would say have a good night, but you see the streams of sun somewhere up there. Have a good day, internet. It's a good day. This is the day that the Lord has made. And whatnot. Have a very good day. Maybe I should start recording these in the day because the mood is different. Oh, that is actually something to think about. What does it look like in the beginning of the day and the end of the day? In some sense, since the next version of me you're gonna see is PM, and I guess that's what this is. Skip. It's really silly to put your own like inside joke on the internet when no one cares. But future me might care. Okay. Bye.